Our first guest is Liliane Bahloul, CEO and founder of Empower Businesses for Education Management Services. As vice principal in a French school board and Ontario certified teacher, Liliane served in the Ontario public school system for over 15 years. And her vision for improving education by working with all stakeholders and other partners in education has caused her to challenge the status quo, inspiring parents and teachers and students alike to live in alignment with their integrity. This woman is awesome. Most recently, Liliane has been a major voice in providing parental leadership in response to the new health and physical education curriculum being introduced into Ontario schools. The Well-Informed Parent has been a timely resource for parents and educators alike who are looking for effective ways of dealing with the situations and conversations being prompted by this curriculum. So please welcome Liliane Bahloul with me. So Liliane, listen, there has been, you've had some stuff going on, girl. And, you know, one of the things that I had wanted to really hone in on today was, you know, one of the challenges, you know, let's go back a little bit before we can get into that. When and how did you actually start Empower Businesses?
Okay, that was about a year and a half ago. I was a vice principal for 4 years. And I was very happy with my job, but the last month with my job, I wasn't satisfied anymore. I wasn't happy in my job anymore. I lost my passion and I lost my vision. It wasn't going according to what I wanted to do at school with kids, with teachers. I was always only following orders and following board policies, which is not, according to me, according to my experience, it wasn't really beneficial for the kids. And I tried to talk with some leaders in the school board, and they were like, okay, you're doing your job, whether you like it or not. And it doesn't work for me. Especially, I worked hard, really, to get this job. I wasn't born here, and I have an accent. And, you know, as an immigrant, you do double the work to prove yourself. So I got in there and I was stuck, really. The last year, especially the last month, I was stuck in the job. I didn't know what I'm doing. It's like I'm not happy anymore. I'm putting more hours to figure out what I'm going to do, but I wasn't happy. And one day I just went home and I told my husband, I cannot do this anymore. I cannot go back next week. It was a Friday. So I talked to my husband, we talked in details. It was a long conversation and he understood completely and he supported me and he said, well, you know what, I don't think it's going the godly way, and if you're not happy, it's going to be reflected on you. And it was reflected on me. I gained weight. Like in 4 years, I gained 50 pounds. Your body tells you when you're stressed out or when you're doing something is not really, you're not supposed to do. Or when you're not happy. So he said, okay, take a year off and let's see how it would go. So I took a year off and I said, okay, I will stay and I will do some tutoring. I speak French as well. So I started tutoring, but when I was doing it, I felt like I have more potential. I can do more than that. This is when someone called me, and it was a retired principal that I worked with before. And he said, what are you doing now? So I said, this is what I'm doing. He's a godly man, so he understood exactly where I'm coming from. He also supported me, and he said, I would do the same if I'm not retired. And he encouraged me, like he was telling me, you're doing the right thing. Sometimes you doubt yourself.
Sometimes.
Like it's a job with benefits, with insurance, and you have kids, and you have a paycheck at least every month. But to take or to make a decision that I'm going to change that is not easy when you have a family. But he assured me, it was like I felt like God is sending me this message just as an assurance to tell me that, okay, you're doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he suggested I start to be, he brought it to my attention to be an educational consultant. He said, like, people, when they leave this job, this is what they do, because you have enough credentials to start your own business. And I was at a ladies' breakfast meeting, or ladies' coffee break with Pastor Esther here, and it was Tristan. And we were talking. I didn't know what I'm going to do. It's just it came to my head, okay, to start a business. And I'm not a businesswoman at all. This is not my background. So I was talking to Tristan, and she said, what are you doing now? So I said, I talked to her briefly about what I'm doing, and she said that I can help out. I'm a business consultant, and I can help you to start. And we've met, and we talked about how she can help me. And I was praying, she was praying also. The interesting part, I told her I cannot afford you. I can't pay because I wasn't making money. So she said, I prayed and I will help you no matter what. And she didn't take money. So she helped me for 2 months with nothing. It's after when I started making money that I went back to her and I begged her to pay back. She said, well, I prayed and God put in my heart just to help you, and I don't want anything. It's just, I'm grateful for that, and I will never forget that. Thank you, Tristan.
You're welcome.
This is how I started Empower Business.
You know, in terms of, the amount of challenges that you have been facing in all of this, right? What does that look like? What's one of the biggest obstacles, let's say, that you've faced so far during your time, from the time that you started? I mean, this lady, first of all, let me just say that when she started this whole thing, she went from 0 to 60 in I don't know how, it was so quick. Everything that we were suggesting, she did. It was just something that you knew God had you on the right path, and she just walked with it. So it's one thing, ladies, when we get the advice, it's another thing to actually step out and do what you've been, directed to do. And, that's one of the things I have to tell you that I told her that all the time. Like, she's one of my favorite students, let me tell you, because she doesn't mess around. It was instantly. I was so pleased to see that, because you know that there's intent there, and you know that there's a motivation. And when your motivation behind all of that motivation is God, how much faster can you run? Awesome. So, yeah. I'll let you answer that. How's that?
Well, thank you. I followed exactly what Tristan was telling me to do. Because I knew I don't have any business background. I don't know. She knows her business, so I better follow what she's saying. And there were lots of paperwork, lots of planning, and I'm grateful for that. Like, she helped me to put the seed for, actually, if I want to start any business, I think I'm very confident now how to start. That helped me a lot. I think I didn't mean to be a good student. It's just I didn't know what I was doing. So she was really helping me. And also I felt like I want to use her to the maximum, because I cannot keep asking her for free to do things for me for free. So I was really focused on what I want to get from this relationship, or from this, we're friends too, but from this business or this consultation, I wanted to get the maximum in 1 hour every week. I want to get the maximum out of that.
So let me ask you, this will be my final question, is, what one thing would you like our audience to know? If there was just one last thing that you could share with them, what would that be?
I would say just stand up to your beliefs and to the true you. Don't get lost in this chaos that is happening. Sometimes you have to evaluate where you're going. Is it what you want to do? Whom you're serving? And if you're not happy, you have to really pray what God wants you to do, to guide you where to go. There is a plan for you, for each one of us. We're here for a reason. It's not an accident. what is the reason. If we really go away from this reason, we're not going to be happy because we're not meant to be in this position. So, and don't be afraid of the change. Embrace it. I know it's a big step, and leaving a job behind, it's so not me, but I'm telling you, I would do it again, and I'm happy. It's just you have to take this leap of faith, and then just believe and trust in the process, and trust that God really will send you away the right people, the right information, and like it's just when you go through the process, this is it. I met Tristan. It's not a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. They don't exist. It's just God sent her my way, and I met lots of other amazing people. We're friends now. I didn't have any friendship actually when I was a vice principal, but because when you're in this position, you don't want to be friends with those people. Like you want to keep a distance. But now actually I'm enjoying relationships more. It's more me. I'm happy. So it's just embrace the change. See where you want to go.
Fantastic.
That's what I can say.
That's perfect. That's beautiful. And I love that. And isn't that exactly what we all want? Like at the end of the day, really, right? You want to be happy. We want to be fulfilled in our lives and you know, and our businesses or whatever we've got going on, right? So Liliane, I just thank you so much for coming. I thank you for being here, for being a part of WAVE, for being a part of everything that we're doing right now, because honestly, you are the epitome of what this is supposed to be. You're out there right now, you know, fighting certain things that, you know, like the curriculum that's coming out and all that. Like, I mean, that's a big deal. And I just really appreciate it. I just want you to know that we wanted to honor you this morning because of that, because, you know, you're a voice where we may not have one, where we may not be out there. We're praying for you. You know, you're one of our girls that we've got, you know, you've got prayer coverage all over the place, all right? So just know that. And thank you so much for being with us. Can we all give her a hand, please? Each of our interviews have been recorded at a live WAVE TV event with your host, Tristan Burns. If you'd like to host or sponsor a WAVE TV event, please visit our website at wavetv.com.